Don Jr. is sniffing his last few brain cells away while MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is trying to run from Dominion and the lawsuit he still thinks is for defamation.
That was a defamation one that they,
Mike Lindell is actually facing multiple lawsuits, or as he says, lawsuitses.
What lawsuits are going on?
Yes, Lindell has several lawsuits going on, but the big one is Dominion.
Dominion, come on, quick, sue us, Dominion. Sue us too, make it look good so we can fire Lou Dobbs.
No, I think we just lost Mike again. Did we?
It's disgusting.
There he is. He's back.
Yeah, it's kind of freezing up, but anyway.
Tom Selleck's slow cousin's internet connection is as reliable as his brain, and I have some fun discussing Dominion's latest on Discovery, Don Jr.'s wacky video meltdown Magateers Thunderstorm, Canada's Karen Convoy, and the latest and stupid from Ted Nugent, Rudy Giuliani, Eric Trump, Tommy Loren, and more. This week, the Zero Achievement Trust Fund Baby tweeted, "Did anyone ever really think that Putin would ever be afraid of or respect Joe Biden?" Naturally, I had to reply, did anyone ever think someone with 16 years in the KGB would respect someone with 14 years on NBC? Putin has manipulated Trump's game with such ease, but I guess that's tough to see through your powder-glazed eyes and your delusional tiny mind.
A lot of time you're like the Ever-Jenny bunny. I mean, you're like the Ever-Jenny bunny. I mean, you're like the Ever-Jenny bunny. I mean, I turned you on and it's 3 in the morning. There's bad.
To be fair, I can't expect Mike to know the name Energizer because he's never changed batteries in his life. He's the kind of guy, when something runs out of juice, he just throws it away. My iPhone's dead. Can you get me a new one? Just throw that in the bin. This is like when Rudy Giuliani's wife left him, and she took the TV remote with her. She left the television, but took the remote because she knew that Rudy would not be able to operate that TV without the remote. Too hard, too complex, and that's why he ended up watching shows on his iPad for like 2 years. Never went and bought a replacement remote or one of those one-for-all ones. Stuck on his iPad. This actually happened. Michael Cohen revealed details about his discussion with Donald Trump about his children going to prison for fraud. Trump told Cohen, "If one or the other has to go to prison, make sure it's Don, because Don would be able to handle it. Eric, they would just widen him. They would widen him like a hallway. You just throw hot dogs down it all day long. I just want to keep Ivanka out of prison so I can keep her going on holidays, beach ones, so she can text me pictures of her and Jared at the beach in bikinis and stuff." Donald Trump saying Don Jr. will be able to handle it is Donald Trump saying Don Jr. will be embraced by white nationalists there. According to a court filing, Mike Lindell's lawyers are dodging requests to hand over discovery material for Dominion's $1.3 billion defamation lawsuit. Dominion wants $1.25 store Burt Reynolds, P.F. Chang's dumpster-haired Giuliani, and bovine Vader-haired Force Ghost Sidney Powell to provide documents relating to the statements they made about Dominion in media interviews as well as depositions. According to the document, Lindell's lawyers stopped showing up to meetings designed to hash out a schedule for the case the day after Dominion's lawyers served them with a request for documents.
I wouldn't just say, I was on a group with some lawyers today, and one of the lawyers said, "Well, why do it? We're not going to win anyway." And one of the lawyers said, "Well, why do it? We're not going to win anyway." And one of the lawyers said, "Well, why do it? We're not going to win anyway." And I'm going, "What? What do you mean we're not going to win?" I'm saying, yes, we're going to win. And the reason they said we wouldn't win, because there's no way we're going to have the machines gone by then. And I'm thinking, well, why don't we all just give up then, right? I mean, this was such a naysayer conversation. I'm going, we're going to win. You got parallel tracks going here.
Guys, call the lawyers Mike's got parallel tracks. Case closed.
But it's all in God's timing, and let's let it play out. Let's just enjoy it. We're the greatest time in history to be alive, I believe, because it's going to change everything. We're in the greatest revival ever.
Mike's like an actor that thinks he's a lock for an Oscar, even though he's not nominated or in a movie or an actor. He's just mental.
One big family. You got the owner that's the American dream on steroids, being an ex-addict, and you pile on and attack that company because the CEO has evidence that was brought to him and will not give up on our country and loves his country.
If the CEO really has evidence, let's see it. Display it like the big cross you flop on the outside of your shirt to con believers into buying the sacks of chopped up foam you call pillows. Blur singer Damon Albarn had a go at Taylor Swift suggesting she doesn't write her own songs. I gotta say, it's pretty weird when the guy whose biggest hit was just woohoo repeated for 2 minutes too long has a go at the girl permanently scribbling autobiographical lyrics in her notebook. I don't know what's further off base, Damon Albarn claiming Taylor Swift doesn't write her own songs, or Eric Trump claiming his dad works super hard.
You know, the difference between them and my father sat there 24 hours a day and fought for the United States' best interests. These people aren't fighting. They've got...
Diaper Don spent 428 days of his presidency at a Trump property, golfed 300 rounds, costing the taxpayers over $150 million. 60% of his hours were noted as executive time, and it was later revealed that executive time meant Trump was in his residence watching TV, making phone calls, and tweeting, and that his typical day didn't begin till 11, and then soon after he took an hour-long lunch. These people are ridiculous.
Dominion said they're never going to settle with you. I go, good for them, Special K. I'm never settling with them. They're going to all be behind prison bars. That was the dumbest thing Dominion could ever say. I mean, ooh, you're never going to settle? Who said there's a settlement agreement on the table? The only agreement is you're all going to go to prison.
Lindell and MyPillow's position is that they will refuse to participate in consolidated discovery unless and until they have fully exhausted their appeal of the court's denial of their motions to dismiss. A convoy of Karens claiming they're patriots are demanding to speak to the manager of Canada and calling this their January 6th. Embarrassing. Right-wing media reports the convoy to have 50,000 truckers because lies are easy and math is hard for people educated by memes. Yeah, man, there's like 50,000 trucks. It's a Guinness World Record.
But right now there's 50,000 truckers and about 1.4 million people headed to the Parliament in Ottawa, and they're going to stay there until Trudeau resigns or they give us back all of our freedoms and rights.
Idiot.
Thousands of truckers assembled in Vancouver this weekend to protest. They formed a freedom convoy. Their destination, the Canadian capital of Ottawa.
They want to lock down Ottawa, the state capital, until the mandates are lifted, until freedom is restored in their country.
That is the defeated former president's son calling a province a state.
I was in Alberta and Saskatchewan just before COVID. I couldn't believe it. It looked like a third world country. It scared me. And that was before COVID. We want two things. We want to get rid of the vaccine mandates and the passports.
And again, the only reason these people are alive today to have these ridiculous views is because their parents vaccinated them. And the OPP, the police, have been counting it, and their counts are between 200 and 400 trucks. And it's hard to get a real good number because there are actual truckers in there that are just trying to do their job, and they're just stuck like, I'm in the convoy. I'm in the convoy. I gotta deliver this truckload of goods, and I'm in the convoy. This is embarrassing. Everyone's looking at them going, hey, where are your dumb signs? Because you're supposed to have a dumb sign on your truck. Look at this one. Canada, home of the free. Let's go overthrow democracy. Show how free we are. And I'm also going to put, stop the tranny. Stop the tranny. This is what we're dealing with. Okay, 50,000 trucks. The average semi-truck is 72 feet long. That's 3.6 million feet. 50,000 times 72 feet. And there's 5,280 feet in a mile. So you're looking at nose to nose, like magnets. That would be 681 miles or 1,095 kilometers. Nearly the width of Texas, end to end. So you'd have to double or triple that so they could have some sort of safe driving distance. It's ridiculous. I have stuff. I like stuff. I am all for truckers. I am not for Karen truckers. I am all for nurses. I am not for Karen nurses.
Awesome job, guys. Keep it up. Proud of you.
You're a hero to all of us, and don't thank me. Thank all those guys who are on the road right now fighting for our freedom.
Amen. Thank you.
If Don Jr. and Tucker Carlson are cheering you on, you're headed in the wrong direction.
China's involved in this. It's all going to come out. It all is coming out. But you know what? In the meantime, I can't wait to watch your show, Brandon. I'll be back in the air. I'm going to another part of the country. I've been flying all over. And everyone's going, well, what's going on, Mike? Well, let me tell you. There's a lot of good things going on.
I hope he loses all his money because he sucks at spending it. Imagine using a private jet and not bringing at least 3 ladies, some tunes, and a bunch of beer. Ted Nugent supported Trump's rally with a performance that ended with a salute. Ted is a longtime Trump supporter. He's even been to the White House, and another person that has conned MAGA with his patriot talk and camouflage, even though he went to great lengths to avoid military service. In a lengthy 1977 interview with High Times magazine, Ted Nugent said, 30 days before his military physical, he started eating junk food 24/7, quit showering, and days before, he crapped his pants and took meth. And this led to getting a 4F, not acceptable for military service. But yeah, Ted's a patriot.
Guys, Joe Biden is what stands between us and a nuclear-capable China. Joe Biden is the guy they're going to call at 3 in the morning.
He is wasted.
If there's a serious crisis with Russia.
I think this is a good time to mention that I made these Let's Go Darwin mugs, and they've got my MAGAteers logo on the other side. So order one up if you want to support the show.
No, I'm sorry, Sean. You need to come clean to the American people and just tell people. You know, why do you think, Sean? Where's your evidence there was no election crime, Sean? Show us that.
Even after the cyber symposium, Mike Lindell is still trying to get people to prove a negative. Show us the evidence it didn't happen, Sean. As we all know, Mike's evidence is locked up behind door number C, and it's just a bucket of unicorn wank that MAGA's lining up to drink.
They will be made unconstitutional. That was A. B. Declare the November 2020 election results unreliable and therefore void. Number C. Require a new election across the board.
Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer officially announced his retirement, and Tomi Lahren is ridiculing the idea of Biden choosing to fill a SCOTUS seat with a female based on race, while Tommy was chosen to fill a Fox Nation seat based on being a white, blonde, God, guns, and Jesus female conservative. With a nose job. The disgraced mayor of one of the greatest cities in the world is selling these ridiculous autographed 9/11 shirts for $911. The fine print notes that a portion of the proceeds go to the WABC Radio Foundation. 1%, 10%, 20%, who knows? I actually just want to know if he's going to sign these shirts with a pen or with leaking hair dye, because that would be awesome.
If anyone doesn't see that we skip right over socialism to communism, is wrong.
If anyone doesn't see that we skipped over socialism to communism, is wrong. He is not the president. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. MAGAteers. Can't wait for Garage like this. A wipe to go away when they turn the election over and Trump is reinstated. MAGAteers. Dems can't win without cheating. MAGAteers. This guy is missing few brain cells. If he doesn't see that something nefarious was going on with our voting system, I saw questionable things happening myself. MAGAteers. Dude, give it up. MAGAteers. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check me out on Spotify. I've played in 35 countries. I've done several theater and arena tours with Jim Jefferies. I have 3 albums there. You can stream them for free. That's a pretty sweet deal. Also, you can support the show by checking out my merchandise. You can grab an ABD, a Stoled, or a Channel mug. They go fantastic with those MAGAteers. If you want to have a friend roasted or congratulated, I do personal videos on Cameo. Thanks again for watching. Life's short. Have fun. Be cool. Be kind. Take care.